when you're trying to shift your reality, everybody wants the quick fix, right? Because it's hurt. It hurts your body. It's painful. It's hard. It feels uncomfortable. When you started learning to live your life, when you got out of your parents' house and you started walking around and figuring out your own thing, going to college, whatever, was it just like, oh, first day, I'm good to go? What about when you were driving? When you started learning how to drive? Was it your first day and then the next day, oh, you're good to go? No. If you had your first flying lesson today, tomorrow, could you do it on your own? No. If you started scuba diving and you had one lesson the next day, would you be able to go 15 meters down with all the sharks and all that? No. So why would you expect your reality to shift just like that? Why would you expect yourself to shift just like that? Your brain responds to consistency. Your nervous system, which is your vagus nerve and your brain, respond to consistency. You gotta push it in the right direction. If you're still experiencing negative emotions and negative thoughts and all that, you gotta stop it. You gotta control yourself. You gotta kick your own ass and say, listen, we're not doing this anymore. All it is subconscious programming. The thoughts just are going round and round and round like a merry-go-round. You've got to be the one to stop it and put your foot down and say, no, we're not doing that today. We're pushing our brain in the right direction. This doesn't have anything to do with trauma. So if you have trauma, it needs to be held and you need to validate and you console yourself. Okay, that's a different topic. I am talking about when you wake up in the morning, you're gonna feel the same way for a while. Okay? You got to keep pushing it in the right direction, talking to yourself, listening to your self-affirmations in your own voice. It takes time, but it changes. The feelings come back. You start to feel better. Your reality starts to shift because your internal state shifts. And you start to feel and do the things that you want to do. It's not going to happen overnight. It happens overnight for some. But that is a different type of person. You know why psychos and narcissists and all those people, they get what they want? Because they have this delusion of self. And that's not judgment. That's an example. You can do the same thing. You can tell yourself you love yourself and you can have these grand delusions of who you are and love yourself anyway. Because the opposite is just subconscious programming. It's just society. And you can shift it. And you can change it. They do all the time. What they do with their power and with themselves is their story that they're creating. You don't have to do that. You can do whatever it is that you want. But you have to stay consistent or else it's never going to change. Never. And then you're going to be, why is it not changing? It's never going to change. I'm always hurting. Well, if you're always thinking the same way, you're always going to get the same result. Put it into perspective. You're not going to be able to fly the plane by yourself tomorrow. You're not going to be able to go scuba diving by yourself tomorrow. You're not going to even be able to skydive by yourself tomorrow. You got to do tandem jumps for a long time before they let you do it by yourself. And you want that because if your brain's freaking out, you can't open your chute. So apply that to your own life. Apply that to your own brain and tell yourself, subconscious programming, we're done here. Not going to do it. And push your brain into the right direction. Tell it where it needs to go. You are the one in control, not your brain. You have the power to shift everything. So do it.